Alright, what's going on, guys? Trev back again, here to bring you another video. This one's going to be doing just a fun video. Want to give my thoughts to a review for Wrestlemania 34. And spoiler warning, if you guys have not seen WrestleMania 34 yet, it of course aired last night and decided today I would go ahead and do maybe just a quick review, give my thoughts on the event, since it is of course the biggest WWE event of the year, and I know a lot of you guys, subscribe to the channel, like WWE, like wrestling, so decided after Walking Dead I would check it out, watch it through, and then do just kind of a quick review on it today with you guys. So I do like WWE. I kind of always have ever since I was a kid. Recently I've been on a kick collecting some WWE figures and that from kind of the, when I was younger and that kind of thing. And, I've kind of gotten back into it this year, really appreciating and seeing kind of what it is and the entertainment factor of it. It's really a lot of fun, man, especially getting to see Matt Hardy's stuff in both TNA and then back in WWE. Now, huge fan of him, huge fan of Brock Lesnar, obviously, getting to see him back in the UFC. And, he's been back in WWE for a while now, kicking ass, and always fun to watch. So, had some great matches in this card. The main event, even though they have quite a few different, matches that you could kind of say are like main events, but really the main event for the Universal Championship was Brock Lesnar against Roman Reigns. And I was actually surprised in this one. I thought about doing maybe a predictions video on who I, was thinking would win. And I actually was pretty surprised in the main event of this one to see Brock Lesnar actually still beat Roman Reigns, because there's been some kind of discussion about whether or not Brock Lesnar will re-sign with WWE in the future with his contract coming up, and whether or not he'll go back into MMA, what that looks like, if he would stay, if he would go. So, usually you think if they're kind of questioning with Brock Lesnar whether or not, what they're going to do with him in the future, whether or not he's going to re-sign, usually you'd have him kind of do the favors, and, then you'd have Roman go over, and you'd have, because then you'd be able to renegotiate, and you'd be able to decide, and then if he wants to leave, he's passed the torch, so to speak, before he goes ahead and does so. So I was pretty surprised to see Brock actually take this match. It was a pretty good main event. I did enjoy the match quite a bit. That was a lot of blood at the end. There was that was a pretty wicked, pretty juicy, man. Roode, he just had blood, everywhere in this final match. He got F5 like 5 times. He threw out some pretty good spears in that. Maybe not. I've never liked his spear as much as Goldberg's spear. Goldberg's spear is like, when he hits somebody, it looks like he's running the looks like they've been hit by a truck. But Roman Reigns' spear is, good as well too, because he played football before and everything like that. So he's got a pretty good spear, and it was good to see. And he got the Superman punch, which is okay. I'm not a huge Roman Reigns fan. I like how everybody boos the hell out of him. I think that's a lot of fun. It's just like hates him because he's supposed to be this kind of like, chosen one, so to speak. So he just gets the fans just have not adapted. So I was surprised because I thought they were going to push him, on the fan base even more to have, just continue along with what they've been doing. It's been a while now. They've been trying to push Roman Reigns and everybody, even though a lot of people don't necessarily, don't like him, don't care for him. But yeah, surprising to see that, unpredictable. And I thought it was a pretty good kind of twist there from what you might think going into that finale match here at WrestleMania between the two. So really enjoyed that match. Thought it was really good. Always like seeing Brock, just beat the hell out of people. It's just awesome. Super stiff and just, like borderline dangerous a lot of times. Like throwing suplex and throwing people all over the damn place. Always fun. We got to see the Braun Strowman with Nicholas, who was I can't remember them ever doing something like this. I don't remember them ever having. So you have him in the tag team. So he's going for the tag team title, Raw Championships against Cesaro and Sheamus. And so in this one, he goes out in the audience and he picks a kid, to be his tag team partner, Nicholas. So it's just like some, I don't know. And he wins. They both win. I guess Nicholas is now a tag team champion for, I don't know. It's fun, but, I like Braun Strowman a lot, too, because he's just a guy that looks like he could just kick so much ass. He's a guy that looks like he could come in and beat Cesaro and Sheamus by himself. He really does, considering. So it's kind of funny. And I like the one where, he tags him and then he, Nicholas goes, he doesn't know what to do, and so he just tags him back. It's like, okay. So it's fun. So I really enjoyed that one as well, too. There was AJ Styles against Nakamura, which was fun. Singles match for the WWE Championship. So in this one, we basically see AJ wins, and then Nakamura kind of, goes full-on heel afterwards and kind of just beats him senseless and's got the blood and everything. And it was a pretty good match. They're always really good. The things that they can do, things that AJ can do is unbelievable. Nakamura as well, too. The knee and everything is fun. And, I liked what they did with Nakamura in this one, kind of solidifying him as kind of a hardcore heel, I want to say, by just beating the snot out of AJ afterwards. Because Nakamura comes off a lot of times, if you watch WWE's YouTube channel, as like a really nice kind of fun guy. So it was cool to kind of see kind of a darker, kind of crazier side of him that I can't remember seeing. Granted, I'm not the hugest fan of New Japan Wrestling, and I haven't seen too much of his stuff. And I've seen a little bit, but online, but not too much of it. But I thought it was cool. I thought it was fun. There was Nia Jax defeating Alexa Bliss, which was different because Alexa Bliss has been reigning for a while now. So it was a pretty good match. I liked it. It was not bad. It was fun to watch. Daniel Bryan and Shane McMahon defeating Kevin Owens and Sami Zayn by submission. So. Tag team match, yeah. So had Owens and Zayn won, they would have been rehired to SmackDown. So it was to get to see Daniel Bryan's kind of return match. It was a pretty fun match. It was pretty good. Shane, he's okay, I guess. I've never been a huge fan of Shane O'Mac to see him wrestle and everything. I always kind of felt like maybe he should be more of just like a straight through one, more like Vince, straight through kind of heel owner type of character. But they kind of go with him more as like they try to make him out to be like a high flyer and stuff, and he certainly has done quite a bit of that. But I don't know. I always kind of felt like he should be maybe a little bit more like Vince, which is probably not what he wants, but it's what it is. Singles match. Okay, so this is one of the highlights of the night was The Undertaker against John Cena. So that was really cool because the way they kind of hyped this one up, where they hyped it up like the audience wasn't sure whether or not they would see The Undertaker return. And I thought that was really cool because it kind of made it to where people, they just didn't know whether or not they were going to get to see The Undertaker. And then when they did, and they kind of had the introduction and everything with John Cena, it was pretty good, man. I mean, Undertaker really, I think, when you think about some of the best of all time, he's got to be one of the best, entertainers, one of the best performers in wrestling history for sure, I think. If he's not number one, you got to put him. He's definitely in the top 5 of just about anybody's list, I think. And the fact that he's been around for so long and he's still able to do, some stuff, even if it's kind of just, quicker type of matches, with, just on special occasions, like maybe just WrestleMania or something like that, or just once in a while. It's still amazing that he's able to even perform and he's able to even do anything, considering how long he's been at this. So definitely one of the best of all time, and I did enjoy getting to see kind of, it's called a squash match, a little bit, sort of a squash match against John Cena, which was fun. He was able to see him, and so that's what it is. The tombstone was sick. The entrance was sick. Kind of the celebration afterwards was sick. The audience was feeling it pretty good, and I enjoyed it a lot. Yeah, good stuff. And before that, there was the Bludgeon Brothers defeating the Usos and the New Day it was a triple threat tag team match for the WWE SmackDown Tag Team Championship. So, I like them pretty good. The Bludgeon Brothers they're pretty scary looking, right? Harper and Rowan, just pretty scary looking type of tag team, which is kind of fun. Maybe like an old school, something similar to like an 80s type of tag team. It's fun. And, was happy to see them get that win there. That was cool. There was Kurt Angle and Ronda Rousey defeating Triple H and Stephanie McMahon by submission. So the mixed tag team match. This one was hyped up quite a bit. People wanting to see Ronda Rousey, in the WWE now after her time in mixed martial arts has pretty much ended. She's a pretty big star. I like the attire. I like how she has kind of a Roddy Piper, remix type of attire, which is cool. Rousey, so that's cool. And she's a pretty big star. And to kind of see it here with Kurt Angle back in the ring again was fun to see. Even though as we know, he can't have too many matches because his neck is so bad and everything. But to get to see them defeat Triple H and Stephanie, I thought it was good. I like Triple H now as just kind of like a major corporate heel with Stephanie as well too, right? Kind of like a modern age Vince in a lot of ways, a lot of times. And then of course he can obviously, still wrestle and better than obviously Vince ever could. And he's a huge star and everything, been in the business forever as well too. So as well as Kurt. So I did like the match. It was pretty good in the mixed tag team, and that was funny when Kurt Angle grabs Stephanie's foot and he starts doing the ankle lock on her. It's always kind of fun. The mixed tag team, right? It's kind of the way that goes. And then the prior matches here, I won't get into too much because I thought they were okay. Charlotte Flair defeating Asuka was pretty good. Jinder Mahal, I'm a pretty big fan of Jinder Mahal. I like his finisher there, Colossus, awesome. So then he defeated the Randy Orton, Bobby Roode, and Rusev with Aiden English. So that was fun, and he's awesome, man. I really like. Huge fan of Jinder's. And then let's see, just give my thoughts on the 30-man Battle Royale, André the Giant. So this is another highlight of WrestleMania for me. I guess for me it'd be kind of 3. Undertaker, I think, has to take it as probably number 1. And then Brock Lesnar winning when I didn't expect him to is probably 2. But then this one, because I am a huge fan of Broken Matt Hardy, I love to see this 30-man Battle Royal. And this one was somewhat predictable, but maybe not so, because I was just happy to see him win it. Even though he did, of course, he had help, right? So it goes down to him and Baron Corbin at the end, and he gets help by Bray Wyatt, which is fun. But I love that because they had kind of the feud that they had going between them before, and Matt Hardy won that, so it's kind of like they're a team now, or he's kind of assimilated him into his woken or broken or whatever universe. It'd be nice to see Jeff return and kind of start to fill that out so you can start to have kind of a faction start to grow. That's something that I would love to see from Matt Hardy, if that's what they're kind of starting to work towards building. I hope that's what they're doing. Now let's just hope he doesn't get hurt or anything, so we can keep kind of building momentum, keep building this new faction that looks like it's just, right now it's just a pair, but at least I would like to see maybe some additional people join that, and then you could have him go on a run, man. He could be big. If you saw their YouTube channel, he did like a celebration outside before WrestleMania, and like all these people, the delete thing and everything he does is it's awesome, man, wonderful, and all the different, it's really entertaining. I love it a lot. I think it's really a lot of fun. The broken stuff, I loved it in TNA, and now getting to see it in WWE. They made us wait for it for a while. They didn't bring it in right away. It took a while for them to kind of... he actually lost, quite a few matches when you think he'd just come in and start winning right away. He didn't. He got beat quite a bit, and even against Bray Wyatt, too. He didn't win a lot of those matches when a lot of people would have expected him to. And then, with this one here, and kind of their previous match that they had at the Hardy compound, it's really starting to feel like he's starting to kind of put these things together, and with winning, this one was pretty big for him. So I'm hoping to see him win a title, man. That'd be cool to see. Maybe not Universal, because that's a little bit of a stretch, but, do something for WWE, championship. That'd be cool, man. I'd love to see that. Or even if they did another United States championship with him or something. I don't know. We'll see what they decide to do with him in the this year coming up. But very promising. And since I'm a pretty big fan, excited for that. So in terms of a score for WrestleMania, I don't, review WrestleManias or WWE events too often, but I enjoyed this one quite a bit. I guess I'd give it about, let's say, an 8.7 out of 10. I did see there was a lot of people complaining. A lot of people didn't like it too much. Maybe because of the main event. Some people really wanted to see Roman Reigns win, I guess. I don't know. But, I enjoyed it. I thought it was fun, and those would be the highlights for me, as a fan. Just mostly a casual fan of WWE. Now, I'm not a hardcore fan, but I'm a casual fan, and I enjoyed it. So those are kind of my thoughts on WrestleMania 34. I did enjoy the event, and if you guys like to see this review and me just kind of give my quick thoughts on some of the different, talent that's around right now and what's going on, just let me know. Leave a comment below. Let me know if you enjoyed it. If you want to see me review future pay-per-views or big events in WWE, I'm open to it. So leave a comment. Let me know what you guys think. And if you like this video, please don't forget to thumb it up below. You can share, you can favorite. And if you're new and you want to subscribe, I would appreciate it. You can do it. You can subscribe at the bottom. That's it for this one. I'll see you guys again soon for another video. As always, it's Trev, and I'm saying peace. Later, guys. See you soon.